Hello and welcome to Politics on Sunday. I'm Ayodele Zubakon, standing in for Femi Akonde. Tonight, our focus is on Rivers State, where a deepening political crisis and moves to impeach Governor Siminalayi Fubara are raising fresh concerns about governance, stability, and democratic practice. At the heart of the standoff is a fierce power struggle that has paralyzed governance, slowed development, and heightened tension across the states. For many residents, the concern is simple. How long will politics continue to disrupt livelihoods, public services, and peace in one of Nigeria's economic nerve centers? Beyond Rivers State, the unfolding drama raises broader questions of Nigeria's democracy, about separation of powers, political tolerance, and the rule of law. As the crisis continues, analysts warn that how it is resolved will not only shape Rivers State's future, but also test the strengths and maturity of Nigeria's democratic institutions. Our guest today is a spokesman of Niger Delta Ethnic Nationality Youth Leaders Forum, Engineer Ligbosi Yamabana. Thank you for being on the show.
Thank you for having me.
All right, before we continue with our conversation, we'll quickly go through this timeline on the crisis in Rivers State. Checking out the timeline for this crisis, you discover that since 2023, after the assumption of office, after he was inaugurated as the governor of Rivers State, I don't think the people of Rivers State, since that time, when you check out this timeline, they've not enjoyed the dividend of democracy. It has been from one crisis to the other since 2023, since the Governor Siminalayi Fubara took office as the executive governor of Rivers State.
Well, your guess is as correct as mine. That has been the case. And I want to, on behalf of not just Rivers youths, but Niger Delta youths, commend His Excellency Siminalayi Fubara for standing tall in the face of all of these.
Standing tall how?
In the face of all of these political distractions. Now, what do I mean by standing tall? I'm coming to that. You see the political challenges going on. It's about state capture.
What do you mean by state capture? We have to break it down.
I will.
Who's capturing the states?
State capture in the sense that this is a governor that came, campaigned across the states, and garnered the support of Rivers people.
Came through who?
He came through the political, democratic electoral process.
Excuse
and
me?
Emerged as a candidate of the party.
All right.
For election. That's the People's Democratic Party. And Rivers people gave him...
He contested on his own.
Hold on. I don't,
he contested on his own.
I don't know what you mean.
No, I don't, as in, with just a Siminalayi Fubara before 2023, just aspired to become the governor of Rivers State, contested on his own, emerged as the governor.
You're not a politician, so you may not know.
No, I'm asking you.
The truth is that nobody in this country has ever been governor on his own. People must support you. You must garner support from stakeholders in the states and in the country for you to be governor.
Who are the stakeholders that supported Siminalayi Fubara?
The stakeholders that supported Siminalayi Fubara are stakeholders from Rivers State. The FCT minister, I know that's where you want me to go, is one of them. The FCT minister, too, was a governor of Rivers State. And people supported him to be governor. He didn't fall from the heaven to be governor of Rivers State. There's nobody that has been governor without one support or the other. And people, or those that supported him, never came back to dictate for him what to do as the governor of the states. As a matter of fact, the FCT minister, whom we know, is not someone anybody can dictate for.
It did not allow anybody.
You cannot even dare it. I don't need to take us far. Look at what is happening in the FCT. Can you dictate for Chief Barrister Nyesom Wike? No, you can't dictate for him. And he has no apology for that. That's the spirit of an average Niger Delta and Rivers man. We commend him for that. However, he has to allow the governor of Rivers State also perform his own duty. He has to allow him, bring about his own innate potentials and energies, just like he promised us during the campaign. And the reason why I said I commended the governor is because in the face of all of this political provocation, he is still focused in delivering the dividends of democracy to Rivers people. Just December, over 17 projects were commissioned by the governor of Rivers State. Prior to that time, before the state of emergency rule, over 30-something projects were as well commissioned.
Don't you think without those
and
instructions would have done more?
This is a single governor that has awarded jobs. Single job running into 200 and something billion. Example, the Port Harcourt Ring Road, the Trans-Calabari Road. I can go on and on. I have never seen such governor that have such temerity and strike.
But you agree with me
remain focused in the face of this provocation. But if there was no provocation, if there was no challenges as we are seeing today, I would tell you that Governor Fubara could have been the best governor Nigeria had ever produced. And we are getting to that. Because for us as Rivers people, because of what we have seen, the party has taught, we are determined to renew his mandate for another 4 years after 2027.
Is he going to contest again?
He has the right to contest. That right.
I'm not asking if he has the right.
Even though he doesn't want to. Even though. Assuming, but not considering that His Excellency, the Governor of Rivers State today, tells Rivers people that he doesn't want to contest. Okay. Majority of Rivers people will beckon on him. In fact, we will even volunteer to buy him the form for the All Progressives Congress to vie for that election again, because it's making us proud. And we want to call on those that ought to enhance governance in Rivers State, especially the lawmakers.
No, I'm going to that the State House of Assembly
that are now becoming wheels.
A contrary view from what you are saying entirely. They've listed infractions under Section 188 of the 1999 Constitution, telling us that he has committed what they termed as gross misconduct, and he has been given a notice of impeachment, in spite of this lofty achievements that you've painted.
Yeah, thank you. You see, that's another laughable angle of this whole scenario, because gross misconduct is bogus. Yes, the Constitution.
That's what our Constitution says. It's not the Amawule led House of Assembly.
I'm coming.
That actually, that is what is in our Constitution.
Yes,
gross misconduct, that word.
I agree, but His Excellency, the Governor of Rivers State, has not committed gross misconduct. And I'll give you a reason. What are their grounds? What did they call gross misconduct? In the impeachment notice that we all saw, they accused the governor of refusing to present the 2026 appropriation bill for the state.
Yes.
And to speak to that, you are aware that the River State had a sole administrator at some point. The sole administrator formulated a budget, sent to Mr. President. Mr. President, in return, sent that budget to the National Assembly, which was passed into law. And that budget, as I speak to you, became law and is subsisting. It's operational. And the Nigerian Constitution, which is the grand norm, in Section 122, stated it very clear that the governor of a state has the authority to expend and or authorize the expenditure of funds from the consolidated revenue funds for a period up to 6 months into the new financial year. This is just January, the first month. And you are coming to give that as an impeachment basis. It does not arise. That's on one part. On the other part, they accuse the governor that he withheld monies meant for the State Assembly and their entitlements. And we are also aware that the sole administrator paid these guys all their entitlements, salary arrears, including giving them constituency project funds, which amounted to about 350 million per lawmaker. And these guys turn around to be demanding for that same funds, for that same entitlement, for that same salary from the governor of Rivers State. And the governor said, no, I cannot pay you. You've already gotten this. Why do you want a duplicate payment? And they are pushing that forward as a basis for impeachment. And so, when all of this pops up, discerning Rivers people and Nigerians start to ask, are these guys actually after the interests of the state or their individualistic concern? Or to savage or to...
Are you saying those allegations that Honorable Martin Amaule raised, that the governor has not infringed on any of those?
That's what I'm telling you.
Committed any of those?
Those allegations are totally unfounded. As a matter of fact, Amaule and other members that are on this fruitless voyage should be called to order because they want to...
Do you agree that they have the power, that they are still working within the Constitution to invoke this impeachment process?
We have not got into that. Let me tell you, the Rivers people that voted them to represent each of the constituencies in the states are not even aware and with them on this journey. And I can tell you that for free. What they are doing, they didn't consult their constituents. If they had done, nobody will even support them. And that is why you see that all Rivers people, over 99% of Rivers people are not on them on this journey. I am a Rivers man. I'm the president of Ogoni Youth. I'm the spokesman for Niger Delta Ethnic Nationality Youth Leaders. I live in Rivers State and I know what I'm talking about. The governor of Rivers State enjoys organic support. People of Rivers State are with the governor organically. And if the governor comes out today, you will see people spontaneously coming out to embrace him and to support him. He doesn't need to hire anybody to do so, like we have seen in recent times.
Are you aware of
And so, like I was saying,
okay,
the monies given to them by Ibas, the sole administrator, we are aware that the lawmakers that are loyal to the governor, amongst them, they did not release, the speaker did not release their own quota to them.
So out of these 27, you are still saying there are some lawmakers loyal to the governor?
There are lawmakers loyal to the governor. That is Right Honorable Okojumbo.
Okay, the three, okay.
Yes, you know them.
Oh, yes.
They did not release the funds to them and the vehicles and all of that, despite the fact that these monies were paid in full by the sole administrator.
The sole administrator did not release the money to them?
He released the money to the Amewule-led assembly, but Amewule in return did not give the lawmakers loyal to the governor theirs. It is on record. Secondly, the lawmakers constitutionally have no right to receive money, taxpayers' money, into their personal accounts, like we have observed. What they ought to do was to nominate their projects through the Ministry of Works in the states.
Oh, for the constituency project?
For the constituency project. And the Ministry of Works, we put this project together and the government will fund it, and that becomes a constituency project. But what we have observed, and much to our chagrin, is that they have received these funds. And you see, like I said,
can you substantiate that they received the sum of...
It is documentary. It is everywhere. It's in my phone. I will send it to you. I mean, this thing, Nigerians must understand where this plot is coming from.
Where?
And that is where I'm coming to. In this country, never has there been any House of Assembly to sit and to say they want to impeach the governor and the deputy governor. You can prove me wrong, but I'm telling you, I have never seen any. I've been here for far too long and I know what I'm telling you about. Because the deputy governor is not vicariously liable for the action of the governor. That is assuming, but not conceding, that His Excellency Governor Fubara committed any of those infractions.
What are you insinuating?
So the issues here is that there is a secret plot to impose the Speaker of the Assembly, Martin Amewule, as the governor of Rivers State through the back door.
How?
And this is capable of spiking serious political crisis in not just Rivers State, but in the entire country.
Is it by impeaching the governor and the deputy governor?
That is what I am telling you about. That is why they had to extend the impeachment notice to both the deputy governor, not just the governor. And the reason why I said it's capable of generating serious crisis is because Rivers people have witnessed over the years that for the past 16 years, one ethnic group has been governor of Rivers State. That is the ethnic group where Martin Samewule hails from and the FCT minister hails from. That's the Kwere ethnic group. We had Celeste Nomeya, we had Right Honorable Rotimi Amechi, we had Nyesom Wike. It is now that another ethnic group had become governor, led by Sim Fubara, that they still want to topple him and become governor through the back door. And that is why you see all Rivers people are agitated. Nobody is happy with what is going on. You need to come to the state and see the pulse of the people. People are very angry. And we are appealing. This is like, it's coming, I'm saying appealing because I know what I'm talking about. To the Minister of FCT, that Fubara is like a house he builds. And nobody, I've never seen any man that goes to his village, for instance, and build a beautiful edifice, only for him to turn around and demolish or destroy it. I haven't seen it. So there's need for peace. All these personal aggrandizements, money politics, I want to be all and all, I want to play God, will take us nowhere. What are we accumulating all this wealth for? The former governor of Rivers State and the FCT minister has been so blessed. He has been local government chairman twice. He has been chief of staff to the governor of Rivers State, Right Honorable Rotimi Amechi. He has been supervising minister for education. He is now minister for FCT, and he is still counting. We love him. In fact, we are happy with what he is doing in the FCT. We are happy with him. Rivers people don't hate him. But Rivers State has given him so much. Rivers State made him all of this. He shouldn't make us suffer this much. Because in all of this, like I have mentioned up in issue, it is the state that is suffering. Because the governor is being distracted. This is a governor that is loved by the people and is implementing his campaign promises. So he should be allowed to carry on his mandate that Rivers people freely gave to him for 4 years. And after that 4 years, if he comes back to us, we will renew it.
Are you aware of any agreements between the FCT minister and the governor?
Well, I am not aware of any agreement. Assuming there's any agreement, if that agreement was reached in the absence of Rivers people, if that agreement does not protect Rivers' interests, I'm in this your studio and I stand to tell you that that agreement remains null and void. Because Fubara is not carrying the mandates of Bright Amewule, or Speaker Martin Samewule. Neither is he carrying the mandate of the FCT minister or anybody. He is flying with the mandate of Rivers people. And so if the agreement says that all the money is meant for Rivers State should be sent to one man, Rivers people will resist that. That is not democracy. And that cannot happen.
That's what is in the agreement?
I have not seen any agreement. I am assuming. Because we have been told severally that there is an agreement. But nobody has been bold enough to show us this agreement. Perhaps that should be the starting point. Let them show us the agreement. Let's see if that agreement is in the interest of the state, we'll support it. But I stand to tell you that if that agreement is against the state, we will not support it.
The governor was elected through the People's Democratic Party, and the governor has now moved to the All Progressive Congress now in a bid to, I don't know, maybe he consulted with his predecessor. I don't know, maybe that was agreed upon before he made that move, but a lot of people will see it as a political masterstroke on part of the governor.
Yeah, the governor has the right to leave PDP to any other party he chooses, which he has done. You are aware of the crisis in PDP at the moment, and no reasonable politician will continue to remain in such party. And so...
Why not ADC?
It is his options. It's not mine. I'm not the governor, right? And he has done so. And that is why the APC must protect him.
Oh, really?
The reason why I said that is this. He was in PDP. Everybody in this country knows what has befallen the PDP. The PDP, as of today, is at the brink of extinction. And this is caused by the same persons that are now causing crisis with the governor and by extension in the APC in Rivers State. Remember, the governor, having defected to the APC, is the leader of APC in Rivers State. It is in the APC constitution. Section 20 of the constitution of the APC is unmistakable about that. But we have seen recently when people goes around and challenge that and say the governor is not the leader of the party. And these people that are saying this are not even members of the party. So the party cannot keep quiet. The party leadership must rise up to this occasion. Mr. President must reclaim his party. I know I'm not a prophet of doom, that if the party remain mum and does not do anything about this issue, APC may go down the way PDP has gone down in Rivers State. Remember, Rivers State was a PDP state. And so the governor of the state had hitherto told all Rivers people, not just because he defected, before now, that the president of this nation is the person Rivers people should support because of his sterling leadership qualities. And that is the direction everybody is going. The governor, like I said, has majority of support in Rivers State. It's not because I'm in the studio here. You can go to the state. Thank God there's what people call investigative journalism. And sample opinion. Go to the streets in the states and sample opinion. The governor is with the president. And that was why, even when he was suspended from office, he never made any derogatory comment against the president. In fact, he called all Rivers people.
This is about the president?
He called all Rivers people.
The Rivers State House of Assembly just issued a notice of impeachment, and they listed the infractions committed by alleged infractions committed by Governor Similai Fubara. This is not about the president. No. The Assembly sat.
I have told you.
They've ordered the chief judge of the state to commence an investigation.
I have also narrated here that those bases for those infractions they are adumbrating are unfounded. This thing does not exist. It's about state capture, and I have narrated it to you. And you are also aware that there is a restraining order from a court of competent jurisdiction mandating the chief judge of Rivers State not to act on that position. In the wisdom of the court has done so, and as of today, that is the law. The chief judge of the state is the chief law officer of the state. He knows his hands are tied. He's bounded by that restraining order. He cannot take any further action on that matter. And the chief judge of the state is someone that we all know, a man of impeccable character and pedigree. And we know he will obey just what the court have said. And so that matter is dead on arrival.
So ultimately, the people of Rivers State, they are the receiving end in all this. That means this administration from 2023 till now, and we don't see peace. We thought we are going to, we are going to find a solution to the crisis. But with this latest impeachment move, the people of Rivers State might not enjoy the administration of Similai Fubara.
Well, the people of Rivers State would enjoy this administration, and the enjoyment is just in the pipeline. That is why I am appealing on behalf of the youth of the state to Mr. President to immediately take charge of this situation. With every position I have given here, you will agree with me that the governor is innocent of the charges pressed against him, and that there are people that are becoming a clock in the wheels of governance in the states. And the Assembly of Rivers State, as presently constituted, has demonstrated that they have no capacity to legislate over the affairs of the state. And I am in this studio to also call on the National Assembly to invoke relevant sections of the Constitution and to take over the legislative business of Rivers State so that there can be peace. Because
I'm sorry,
you are aware, you are aware that the governor of the state has gone severally to present budgets.
Yes, Engineer,
and they obstructed him.
I want to thank you for your contribution. The engineer, Lagbosi Yamabana, is the spokesman of the Niger Delta Ethnic Nationality Youth Forum. I want to thank you for coming on the program Politics
thank you very
on
much.
Sunday. And that's our offer today. Join us next week for another edition of the program. I'm Ayodele Ozubakun. See you sometime.